Welcome back everyone. Here we are in October 2024. While September wasn't as packed with New Vegas mods as August, it still brought some pretty interesting additions to the table. Most of this month's releases were on the smaller to medium scale. But don't let that fool you. There are some gems in the mix. I did however exclude a few mods that although added new content to the game, didn't necessarily enhance the overall experience in a meaningful way. Before we dive into the mods, I want to take a moment to pay my respects. Sadly, on September 8th, we lost Peter Renere, the iconic voice actor of Easy Pete, and many other beloved characters in New Vegas. Additionally, Jason Darman, the storyteller and an invaluable member of the Fallout New Vegas community, also passed away. His contributions helped keep the spirit of New Vegas alive, and he will be greatly remembered. Now, with all that said, let's take a look at the best mods from September 2024 for Fallout New Vegas. First up, at number 1, we have Performance of the Titans, a must-have performance mod. This mod significantly enhances the game's stability by removing hidden geometry from many of New Vegas' locations, effectively reducing stress from the game's engine. The result? A much more responsive and stable experience. If you are looking for a smoother gameplay, this is definitely worth checking out. Next, we have Suspicious Minds, the only quest mod in this list. While I'm a fan of New Vegas' quest mods, many tend to overlook one of the key aspects that makes the game's storytelling so unique: the freedom of choice. Suspicious Minds understands this perfectly. While the story might not blow your mind, the mod shines, offering multiple paths that put you in control of how the plot unfolds. The basic premise involves a man searching for his wife, who didn't return after a hunting trip. As simple as it sounds, the plot thickens and gets more complex. Now, gameplay wise, it's mostly go here, kill this, retrieve that kind of stuff. But depending on what you enjoy, this could either be a great experience or just a decent one. If freedom of choice is your thing, then you'll love it. Moving on, DM's MOA Outpost is a refreshing reimagining of the MOA Outpost. It's not exactly an overhaul, but more of a redesign. For instance, the wired fences around the outpost are removed, and the barrack side of the building has been replaced with a tent, giving the place less fortified look. However, one cool upgrade is the interior of the administrative building. Here, sunlight now pours through the window, adding a much needed sense of life to the place. If you're into takes on familiar areas, give this one a shot. Speaking of interiors improved. Cerulean Robotics does exactly what it says. It completely overhauls the Cerulean Robotics building. Previously, it felt flat and uninspired, but this mod adds more clutter and clever lighting, giving the place a much more atmospheric and desolate feel. I'm hoping the mod author continues to overhaul more interiors like this. This is definitely a solid improvement. Now here's a mod that adds some much needed tension to the playthrough. We've all experienced that moment in an open world game, for example in Red Dead Redemption 2, where you lose money after you die. This mod brings the same system to New Vegas. You can also tweak the penalties in the config file, but default game setting feels just right to me. If you're looking for an extra challenge, give this mod a try. DM's Great Khan Culture mod enhances the Red Rock Canyon and its surrounding areas. The added clutter gives the Great Khans more personality, and there are even more tents, some of which you can enter. The stone barricades now separate the areas and make everything feel a bit more structured. The Red Rock Drug Lab has also been upgraded with more trailers and drug cooking equipment. Unlike the Mojave Outpost mod, this one's a definite recommendation for everyone. It improves the original area without taking anything away. Now for some pure dumb fun. This mod adds spears with explosives attached to them. It covers all explosives in New Vegas, including DLCs, and even introduces unique ones, like a spear with an explosive collar that triggers the specific explosion when an explosive collar detonates. There are also non-explosive spears like a poison spear. I know some of these might seem ridiculous in the world of New Vegas, but then again we have a gun that literally barks when you equip or unequip it. So who am I to judge? It's pure chaotic fun. Useful Sound Level mod addresses one of the most notorious issues in Bethesda games: sniping from a distance without enemies noticing. This mod makes NPCs more aware of the surroundings, meaning they will actually react and come after you if they hear gunfire. You will still have the advantage of the distance, but it won't be as overpowered as it was in the vanilla game. Bullet penetration and ricochet (NVAC) adds a bullet penetration and ricochet mechanic into the game. Armor-piercing rounds will pierce through thin objects, while regular bullets and hollow points have a lower chance. Hollow rounds, on the other hand, are more likely to ricochet, and you'll even hear the ricochet sounds when this happens. Now for the animals, Dogs and Coyote Overhaul doesn't just improve the textures of these animals, it also gives more natural looking fur to them. From a distance they look great, although the fur can look a bit rough from close. But overall the mod does an excellent job making dogs and coyote look more natural. Now for the big one.
The big one.
The big one.
The big one! What is the big one?
And finally, we have hit B42 Inject Animation Pack Season 2. If you are following my channel from the beginning, you'll know that the Season 1 of this mod played a crucial role in the recognition of my channel. What it did was add fantastic animations for various aid items in the game. And Season 2 does mostly the same. In Season 1 it was mostly medicinal items. In Season 2, this mod focuses mostly on food items and various type of kits. The animations are gorgeous, and if you are looking for an immersive animation mod, this is an easy recommendation. And that's where I wrap up this video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.